Hi, this is Augusta. Welcome to Cabayala. This class today is for everyone. If you are intermediate or advanced or a beginner, you can do this class. The only we are going to use today are going to be yoga blocks if you have. If you don't, you can always use books and also a yoga strap or a belt. Now, if you are an advanced or intermediate practitioner, you don't even need those. But for beginners, it's always nice to have something to bring the ground towards you. So get those things if you need, and let's start. So we are going to start. I hope everybody is doing good. And we're going to start coming on our knees. So we're going to start in child's pose. And after child's pose, we're going to do like 3 more poses on our knees. So if you have any type of knee problem, always using your blanket or folding the mat this way. So we create our own cushion. And then we take the toes together and take the knees wide apart. And slowly walking the hands forward. So stretch those arms. Now when we come in the child's pose, a couple of things we have to keep in mind. One is to maintain the contact between the size of our waist and our inner thighs. So we don't open the legs so much that we don't even touch our legs, if that makes sense. And the other thing is we stretch the arms, we keep the hands shoulder distance apart, but we keep the arms active. And then we bring the head down. If the head doesn't touch the ground, we can always place a block or a blanket so we can rest the forehead. But the arms are still active, so we're pressing into the ground so we can bring the tailbone, the sit bones, towards the heels. We're trying to sit back. And then we move the shoulders away from the ears, lengthening through the spine. And here we can come inward, inhaling in through the nose and out through the mouth. Bringing the awareness on this moment. Checking in with your body. Observing how it feels, this pose. Just a couple more breaths. Keep taking the shoulders away from the ears, pressing into the hands. And then slowly we're going to come in all fours so we can bring the knees parallel to each other, keeping the top of the feet on the ground. We're going to walk the hands forward for puppy pose. Stretching the armpits, opening the armpits. Stretching the entire back. And again, we can place a block under the forehead. Taking those shoulders always away from the ears, keeping the hips above the knees. Shoulders away, feel those armpits opening. The abdomen is coming in a little bit. And slowly we walk the hands back towards the knees. And we're going to stretch our toes. Grabbing the blocks, 1 or 2 if you need, or blankets. We're going to lift the right leg, curl the toes under and bring the toes in. Pointing those toes towards the front. Keeping the knees together. And then the other leg. And if you don't have to place any support to sit back between your feet, then we're going to bring the feet closer to each other and see if we can keep those heels pointing towards the ceiling. Another way of placing support, it could be between the feet or even on top of the heels. I'm still squeezing my feet down, and then I can use my fingers to move the toes forward, stretching the toes. And then we lift through the chest, lifting through the sides of the waist. Inhale, bring the arms up, reach up through the fingertips, lowering your shoulders, bringing the arms by the ears, keeping the head aligned, the chin parallel to the ground. Then interlace the fingers and turn the palms up. Reach up through the palms. Abdomen in. Release the arms. Inhale one more time, arms up. Change the interlace of the fingers, palms up, and again reaching up. Bringing the arms behind you. Reach up and release. And we're coming in all fours, and we're going to lift the toes up. There. Good. Next, we're going to place the toes back on the ground, crawling those toes under. Now take the knees a little wider apart, so hip distance. And we're going to come on our knees. Going to practice a camel pose. So we have a couple options for this. We can make a fist and then place the knuckle of the back of the fingers there in our lower back. So we are placing it on top of the buttocks. The elbows come behind us. And we just lift the chest and take the hips forward. And we're squeezing the glutes and pressing with the hands into the lower back. Actually, this feels really good. Shoulders roll back. Elbows are trying to be parallel to each other. So let's try this one first. Lifting the chest, but don't go too much where your head is hanging back. And the idea is imagine like a light is coming from your chest, like a laser, and it's shooting up towards the ceiling. And then release. Now you can do the same again, or we can try to bring our fingers to our heels and come into the camel. Hip coming forward, lifting the chest, shooting into the sky, imaginary laser. Shoulders move back, open the chest. You can breathe better if we open the chest. Hips forward, last breath. And slowly release. Let's come into downward facing dog. Coming into all fours, crawling the toes under, spreading the fingers wide apart. Inhale, lift the sit bones, downward facing dog. Stretching and opening the back of the legs. Pressing through the arms, moving the shoulders away from the ears. Pushing the chest towards the knees. And take the inner side of the feet down. Open those legs. Open the back of the legs. Keep pressing through the hands. Relax the head. Release your neck. Abdomen is coming in. Open the back of the legs. Last breath. Reach back and down through the heels. And slowly bending the legs. Walk, walk, and walk. Feet towards the hands. From here, if you have your blocks handy, bring your blocks in front of you. So here again, there is always the option to don't use the block and just bring the hands on the ground. But to bring the hands on the ground, we gotta make sure that we can flat our back. If not, we use blocks or a chair or even pile blocks one on top of each other. Whatever we need to come into half forward fold. And from here we're working in bringing the shoulder blades together. So it's trying to squeeze our spine. Then we're going to bring the weight of the body towards the ball of the feet. And we're trying to reach down with the chest, but we are not bending the arms. Good. Flat the back, engage your quads, lift the kneecaps. And here we're going to inhale, look in front of you towards the ground, and then exhale, bend the elbows and bring the head down. Crown of the head towards the ground. Make sure that you are not moving back too much. We keep bringing the weight of the body towards the front of the feet. Lift the kneecaps, open the back of the legs, and reach down even more with the crown of your head. Shoulders move away from the ears. Keep going. A little longer. Lift the kneecaps. Open those legs. And slowly let's go back to the half forward fold, and from here we're bringing the hands on the hips, elbows back, inhale, lift forward and up. Tadasana. We're going to take the blocks towards the center. Again, we use the blocks if we need, towards the center of the mat, about shoulder distance apart. And we're going to step the feet wide apart, coming into Prasarira Padottanasana or the widest pose. So we come, the widest as we come. So we go really, really wide. Let's go wide. Then we are going to bring those elbows behind, back. At the point that we shouldn't even show, like if somebody's looking at us from the front, they couldn't see our arms. Like we don't have no more arms, they're behind us. Bringing those elbows behind you. Then lift the chest, inhale, tie those legs, really strong legs, slowly start coming forward, keep those elbows back lifting, and stay there, use the legs, stretch the back of the legs, lift the chest, lift the head. Everybody should be able to look in front of you. The chest is parallel to the ground. Lift those legs more, the kneecaps more. And then we're going to bring the hands on the block, or the chairs, or the ground. See that those blocks or any support you are using, they are shoulder distance apart. So Joanne, separe those more. There. Good. Dave, you too, a little more. There. Gotta make sure you are wider. You're broader more. Yeah. There. Good. So then we have fingertips on the ground or on the blocks. And once again, we bring the weight of the body towards the toes. Keep going. You're not going to fail. You're going to fall on the ground because you had your hands there. Go. Feel the ball of your feet holding the weight of your body. And then inhale, look up. Then slowly walk your hands back. Stretching the arms. The fingers are pointing towards your feet. Shoulders again are moving away from the ears. Inhale, exhale, and now we bring the crown of the head down. So we cannot touch the ground. We always use our supports. It can be whatever we need. If it's 3 blocks or books or anything. Until we can bring the ground towards us. And then we are here. Stretch those legs. Lift the kneecaps. Keep going. Last breath. Stretch the legs a lot. And slowly we go back the same way we came in, stretching the arms, lifting the chest, walking the hands towards the front, and bringing the hands on our hips, then moving those elbows back and stretch forward and up. And heel toe feet together. So we come into Tadasana. Good. Now we're going to grab our blocks again if we use them. I always recommend using the blocks because truly help us to control better our hips. Sometimes it's good to try without the blocks and see, challenge yourself a little and see where you are. Because if we use always props, sometimes we get kind of lazy a little bit. But on the other hand, if we are really learning how to move our limbs, our hips, maybe it's better. We're going to come into the triangle pose. So turning the arms away from the body and left toes in, right leg comes all the way out. Remember what we discussed many times in the past. The hips need to be aligned with the longer edge of the mat. So we are not turning the hips. Good. Then we press down through the left heel and we start reaching through the right. Reach, 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 maximum, reach a lot. And then when we cannot reach anymore, we come down towards the block. Or we can grab our right ankle. And here we're opening the chest. We're trying to bring our right hip left. So we're really turning the torso. Good. And we're going to press down to the right big toe, ma'am. So Joanne, why you don't put both one block on top of the other one? So then you can stretch the front leg. Always you can use more, something to make you higher so you can be closer to the ground or the ground closer to you. Good. Stretch the left side of your torso, lift through the left fingertips, turn the head towards your left fingertips and pull out with the left hand, come up, feet parallel, other side, right toes in, left leg comes out, good, press down through the right heel, so you're strong in your legs, lifting the kneecaps, and start reaching left, 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 all the way left, and then we come down. Good. Nice. And once again, we see that we are pressing with the right heel, so the right thigh muscle moves back and is engaged. And then we press through the left big toe man so we can turn out the left leg. Then lift up through the right fingertips, lift up. Touch the ceiling, lift up. Good, spreading through the collarbones, taking the left rib cage towards the right. Rotate. Then the head comes behind you and turn to look at your right fingertips. And pull away your right arm. Feet parallel, lower your arms. Come into Tadasana just for a quick break. Good. We're going to step the feet wide apart again and take your arms away from your body. Let's grab our blocks and place them inside, in front of us. So it will be in the inner side where our inner ankles are when we turn the feet. So we're taking the right toes in, left leg comes out. So now our block is in the left side of our right leg. And then we're going to start turning and turning and bringing the left hand on top of the block. The block should be about under your shoulder. And then we are lifting the right arm. Revolve triangle. Good. So we're pressing with the right big toe man and the back leg, the left heel is pressing down. And we're trying to turn, bringing the left rib cage towards the right. Last breath, inhale and exhale, and lift up. In a nice, graciously done way. Feet parallel, right toes in, left leg comes out. We're going to the other side. Engage those quads so you're strong in your foundation. Now the block is in the right side of your left leg, by your right side of your left ankle. And we're going to turn, bringing the right hand towards the block, and turn. Keep turning. So this is a modified way to do it. The real pose, we had to bring the right hand on the left ankle, but we're just doing this so we can actually turn better. Keeping the left hip inside the mat. Make sure your left hip is not going too much off, away from the mat. And we come back up. Nice and slowly. Feet parallel. And come back into Tadasana. Inhale, exhale. Bring your blocks behind you for now in the back edge of the mat. And we're going to step feet wide apart. Go wide stand. We extend the arms away from the body. See if your ankles are under your wrists. And see that your toes are a little in. See that your feet are parallel with the short edges of the mat. Good. Then we're going to turn the left toes in. The right leg is coming out. Once again, make sure that the hips are not rotating. Our hips are not rotated. So how we avoid that? We press through the left heel. Place your weight on the left heel. You will feel that your left thigh muscle is moving back towards the wall behind you. And then keep doing that while you bend the right leg. We're in a warrior two. See that your torso is perpendicular to the ground. Bend the right leg a little more. Keep pressing down through the left heel. And then look at your right knee. It's going towards the right pinky toe. Are you opening those hips? See that your knee allows you to see your nails, your toenails. You gotta be able to see your right toenails. Bend the leg more. And let's lift the right arm, reverse warrior. Lift up. Bend the leg more. Keep pressing down through the left heel. Lift to the right fingertips. And look at your right fingertips. And come back to warrior two. Extend the right leg. Feet parallel. Other side. Right toes in, left leg out. Now if your arms get tired, you can lower them for a couple breaths and go right back up, because we are working the arms too when we are doing this. We're working many muscles. So we get really tired, we just rest for a moment and we gotta come back up. And something that I learned in a yoga class with a very wise teacher, it's that you gotta move away from the pain. Don't focus on what hurts. Focus in other things. Right toes in, left out, and then pressing down through the right heel, bend the left leg. Bend, bend, more. And then here we go again and see our actions. We're making sure we can see our left toe nails and our left knee is going towards the left. Nice. And you can press a lot through the right heel so we can engage the right thigh. Keep those arms up. I know that burns. Good job. Bend the left leg more. Keep going. And lower your right arm. Lift the left hand up towards the ceiling. Reach up through the left fingers. But keep bending the leg. Keep pressing down through the right heel. Lift up, lengthening through the left side of the torso more. Shoulders away from the ears, always. Nice, keep going. And come back to the warrior two. And then extend the left leg. Feet parallel. And then we can lower the arms. Tadasana. Inhale really deep. Exhale. Good. Triangle pose. Take the feet wide apart. You can bring your hands on your hips for a moment. So once again, make sure that the heels are aligned with each other and the feet are parallel to the short edges of the mat. And then we take the left toes in. Right leg comes all the way out. See, at this point, the right heel should be aligned with our left heel or our left arc, the arc of the foot. Then we take the arms away from the body. See that you have your block by your right ankle, in case that you use the block for this pose. So if you have one, have it right there, just in case, in the outside of the right ankle. And then inhale, lift up. Exhale, bend the right leg and bring the right arm towards the ground. You can place the right hand on the block or on the ground. And then with this other arm, we're just going to rotate through the shoulder and place the palm facing towards the head, that direction, and then bring the arm overhead. So the left triceps is coming towards my left ear. Now we're pressing down through the left heel and we are pressing into the right arm with the right knee. Good. You have to bring your right buttocks under you. It's a rotation of that leg. The right leg presses into the arm and the arm is not moving, the right arm. And then we press through the left heel, so we are engaging the left quads. Last breath, stretch through the left fingertips. And then look at your fingers. Good, and then extend in the right leg. Come up. We go to the other side. Feet parallel. Right toes in. Left leg out. Good. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bend the left leg and bring the hand towards the ground or the block. Once you're here, you can rotate the right arm through the shoulder so the palm is facing towards the direction of your head, and then bring the arm down. So the triceps, now the right triceps comes by the right ear. Reaching away through the right fingertips. You have to feel and stretch in the right side of your torso. Then we are making sure that we are bending the left knee, and the left knee is going towards the left arm. Stretching the back leg. Go, go, go. And pull out with the right hand. Come up. Feet parallel. And feet together. Inhale, exhale. Let's stay in Tadasana. Bring the arms overhead. Reach up. Then interlace the fingers, palms up. Reach up, engage those quads. Be taller. And let's go towards the right. Banana pose. Reach towards the right. Pick with your arms and see with your head and see if you can look up through your left arm. And back to center. Lower your arms. Once again, arms up. Inhale, change the interlace of the fingers, palms up. And we go to the other side. Reach the arms towards the left. Shoulders still, they go away from the ears, lifting the kneecaps. And then we can pick up through the ceiling, through the right arm, looking up to the ceiling. And come back to center. And lower. Good. We're going to come into downward facing dog. So slowly bending the legs. We just can bring the hands on the ground and walk the feet back. We're just coming in the down dog so we can make it to the pigeon pose. But we do a nice dog for a couple breaths. The feet are a little more than shoulder distance apart or shoulder distance apart. Hands also shoulder distance apart. So we should be align our hands and our feet. And then we're going to lift the right leg and bring the right knee towards the right hand. Dropping the left knee. Coming into the pigeon pose. And we're going to stay here for a couple breaths, just for a little more, maybe a few more seconds so we can stretch those hips. Lifting the chest, shoulder, move back. Bringing the tailbone in. So you release your lower back. Just 5 more seconds. Lift the chest. Stretch the arms. And then we're going to crawl the left toes under. And slowly come into the down dog again. And again, see that your feet and your hands are aligned in the same imaginary line along the mat. And then bring the chest towards your knees. Shoulders away from the ears. Open the back of the legs. And then lift the left leg up. Bend the left leg. Left knee towards the left wrist. Dropping the right knee. Pigeon. "30 seconds of pigeon pose." It's not a lot. This is one of those poses that we have to stay there for a little bit. If this is too intense, you can always come down like this, bringing the head on top of your hands. Some people cannot tolerate that too much because they're back, so that's okay. As long as we do something that opens our hips this way, we're already working, helping ourselves. And we're going to crawl those right toes under, pressing through the hands. Use your core to come into the down dog. So you gotta connect your abdominals to move. Last downward facing dog. Press with the feet in the inner side of the feet. Stretch those legs. And bend the legs. Walk, walk, and walk. Feet towards your hands. Bring the toes together. And grab opposite elbow. Forward fold. If this is hard for your balance, you can bring your feet hip distance apart. Bring the weight of the body again towards the toes. And the arms, the forearms are under the head, by the crown of the head. And switch the grabbing of the elbows. Lift the kneecaps, stretch the back of the legs a little more. And slowly bring your hands on your hips. And we stretch up. Tadasana. We are going to practice now our balance poses. We have two today. So the first one is going to be the tree pose. We start easy. Use the wall if you need. If you feel like you already have enough of wall, you can try in the center of the room and see what happens. Close by the wall. So, feet parallel to each other. This is very important. All 10 toes pointing the same direction. And then we are bringing the weight of the body on the left leg. And see what happens. We start lifting the right foot. We can grab it. We can use the other arm for balance. Maybe extend it away. And then we place the heel inside the left inner groin. Use your arms. That always helps. Good. Then we keep the left hip in. And if we are okay here, maybe we can add the arms. So we turn the arms through the shoulders with the palms up. And bring the arms overhead. We can keep the arms parallel to each other or bring the palms together, moving those triceps behind our ears. We are moving the arms behind. Pressing into the inner groin with the right heel. And we keep trying. Keep trying. If we lose our balance, we keep trying. We gotta focus in something in front of us that it's not moving. If we look down, we go down. And slowly we lower our arms if we have them up, and then we drag the right foot down. Back into Tadasana. Start over now with the other leg. Feet parallel, very important, and then the feet are not moving. The right foot is not moving anymore. Then weight of the body on the right leg, so we can lift our left leg, it's lifted. Then we grab the ankle and bring the left foot towards the right inner groin. My pants are slippery. Press. So what happens, if it's slippery, I gotta press even harder with my left heel into my right inner groin. Use my arms, maybe for balance, then palms up, and bring arms overhead. And if before I did the pose complete, we do it again in this side. So palms together. So go as depending where you practice this pose, but also challenging ourselves a little bit every time is a good idea. Lifting the chest, praying through the collarbones, shoulders away from the ears, arms come behind. You are opening through the abdominal wall, stretching up, lifting up. Nice. And we lower, nice and slowly. Tadasana. And the next one is going to be the dancer pose, so we can use the wall if we want to. If we use the wall, we're going to have to stand with the wall in front of us. And once again, feet. We always start the same, with the feet parallel to each other. Then the weight of the body starts in the left leg, so we can lift the right leg. We can use the wall to place the left hand by the wall. And we're lifting the right leg, grabbing the right ankle. From here, before we do anything, we gotta roll the right shoulder back. So roll that shoulder back. You're squeezing the spine. And then start lifting the right knee by kicking into the right hand. And if you're in the wall, you can bend the left arm. Just coming down a little bit with your torso, but lifting the right knee. And we're trying to keep the right knee pointing towards the ground, not towards the right. And then kick, kick, kick a lot. Lifting the right knee up. And slowly release. That's nice, nice pose. Go the other side, so we need the wall. Now will be the right hand by the wall. Feet parallel. Weight of the body on the right leg. Inhale. And grab the left ankle. So first thing, rolling the left shoulder back. Then slowly we come, if we're using the wall, we start bending the elbow. And we start lifting the left knee, kicking into the left hand. Knee keeps pointing towards the ground. We keep lifting the left knee. You're lifting your right kneecaps and you're lifting the left knee. And slowly coming down. Tadasana. We're going to sit now. See, you have your strap by you. So first we start in our Dandasana. If you need a support for this pose, you can always grab a blanket. I always have blankets handy. Sometimes we don't use a support, and then there is a day that we really feel that we need it. That's why it's nice to have all these props around you when you practice yoga. And like this, you can just sit on the blanket or on the ground. We're lifting the chest, using the arms by the sides of your waist, rolling the shoulders back. Inhaling and exhaling. Now the feet are flexed, so our toes are all pointing towards the ceiling. We are lifting the kneecaps, engaging the thigh muscles always, so we're opening the back of the legs. And then maybe we can start bringing the toes forward and stretch the top of the feet. Try to touch the mat with the toes. Stretch the top of your feet more, but don't forget your torso. We gotta be perpendicular to the ground. We're sitting on our seat bones. Then relax the feet. Toes up again. Flexing the feet. Roll the shoulders back, lifting the chest, praying through the collarbones. Inhale. Exhale, bend those feet. Bring them forward. Stretch the top of your feet. Earlier we did the stretch of the toes. Now we're stretching the opposite side. We're stretching the top of the feet. Go, go, go. Stretch those feet forward. Try to touch the ground. And release. I'm going to move this blanket because for me it's not needed. So then we're going to bring the right hand towards the left side of the left leg and the left hand behind, and we're going to twist. Keep using the legs. Keep engaging the legs so they're strong. Your hips are both on the ground, they're not moving, and you're twisting towards the left. Roll the left shoulder. Use the leverage of pressing into your leg with the top of the right hand. Come back to center. Tadasana again. Lift the chest. Bring your thoracic back in. Sit on your sit bones. And we go the other side now. So now it's the back of the left hand by the right side of the right leg. And then we turn towards the right. We keep lifting through the chest, rolling the right shoulder back, and we're turning towards the right. Keep the legs engaged, feet flex, quads tight. Keep going to the right a little more. Press with the back of the left leg into the right leg. And come back to center. Tadasana, stretch. Again, the torso lengthening. Lift the chest. and release. We're going to grab the straps. Grab your strap and place the strap around the ball of the feet. Keeping those legs strong and stretched. They are lengthening, they are really stretching. We're trying to bring the pit of the knee towards the ground. And lifting the chest, use your arms and the strap. Pulling into the strap so you can bring the chest a little bit forward. Lifting through the chest. Look up, inhale. Exhale, opening the elbows towards the sides. Come forward. See if we can bring the nose towards the knee. We're trying to flat the back too. Pull, pull, pull. Coming closer to your legs. And release. And remove the strap. We're going to cross the right leg on top of the left thigh. And for this, we can bring a block or a blanket under the knee if our knee is not touching the ground. So the heel, the right heel is coming the closest to the crease of your hip. And you can place something under the right knee so it's not in the air. And then we're looking up. And exhale, we come forward. We can grab the foot, we can use a strap if you need. Forward fold here. Stretching a little bit the right hip. And our right foot squeezing our quads, left quads, which is good for the muscle. It's like a massage for the quad, even though it doesn't feel super nice. And we are pulling our foot or grabbing the shin bone something so we can come forward a little more. And come back up. Stretch both legs, nice and slowly. And we switch. Now we bend the left, bring the right foot high on top of the right leg. And then placing a support under if you need. Your left knee, can be blanket, anything. Good. And then again, inhale and exhale, we can grab the right foot or the right shin bone. And we just pull, see if we can come forward. Feeling that left foot squeezing the right quads. Nice massage right there. Beautiful. A little more, 5 more seconds. Go forward, move forward more. And slowly release. And stretch your leg forward. Last Tadasana, lifting the chest, stretch the legs, open the back of the legs. And then from here, we're going to take the legs wide apart. Toes pointing towards the ceiling. Again, if you don't feel you are sitting on your sit bone, if you feel you are sitting more like here on your back, then you need to sit on top of a blanket. And then use your arms so they can help you to stay up, to keep lifting through the chest. Rolling the shoulders back always while we're lifting through the chest. And then we draw the back of the legs down. Draw the back of the legs down. Open those legs. And then walk your hands forward. If it's easier, grabbing your legs, grabbing your shin bones, your toes, anything that helps you to go more deep on the pose. You have to remember to keep the toes up. We are engaging the legs, opening the back of the legs, pressing down into the ground with the back of the legs. And then we slowly come up. Then we're going to lift the arms up, inhale, reach up. Keep lifting through the kneecaps, so you're stretching the legs. And then we're going to turn right. Keep those toes pointing towards the ceiling. Reach up through the fingertips. Keep reaching up and turning. And back to center, and we're going to the other side. Turn towards the left, reaching up. Abdomen in, squeezing the quads. And back to center. And lower your arms. Then we're going to grab from under the knees and bring the soles of the feet together. Butterfly pose. Lifting the chest, rolling the shoulders back. Keep drawing those knees down. Lifting the chest. Then bring the knees together. And we're going to go on our backs. So slowly, using your arms, lay it on your back. Bring the knees towards the chest. Squeeze the knees in. Maybe a little rocking side to side. And then reach and grab your big toes. Happy baby. If you cannot grab your toes, you can always grab the bottom of your thighs, the back of your thighs. Keep the shoulders down, knees reaching towards the ground, tailbone also on the ground. Here maybe you're going to rock a little bit. It's a nice massage for the lower back. And then bring the knees back on your chest, squeeze those knees in. Then bring the feet on the ground. Grab the block if you have one. And going to lift the hips up, placing the block this way. We're going to bring this tip of the block under our tailbone. If you don't have a block, you can always use a book or a blanket. And then roll the shoulders under, palms up, extend the legs forward, keep the feet flexed so the toes are pointing towards the ceiling, and then allow the abdominal wall to stretch. Keep the head aligned with the ground so the back of your neck is stretching. Stretching the back of the neck. Keep rolling the shoulders under. Just a few more seconds here. Engage in the quads. We're still stretching the legs, reaching through the inner side of the feet, so we keep making our inner legs longer. And then we're going to bend one leg at a time. Lift the hips up. Remove the block nice and slowly. And bring the knees back into the chest. Rocking side to side again. And we are going to take the arms away from the body. And with the, let's put it in cactus. Cactus arms. We're going to bring those legs around. The right leg is going around the left. So this is the eagle pose legs. And then we're going to drop the knees towards the right. The gaze comes towards the left. Squeezing the legs together. And allowing those shoulders to relax and release on the ground. It's a gentle twist with the eagle legs. And then bring the legs up again and wrap your legs, and we're wrapping the other side. So now it's the left leg on top, and then we drop those knees towards the left and the gaze comes towards the right. It's a gentle twist with eagle legs. Shoulders on the ground. And bring the knees back up and wrap the legs. Squeeze the knees in. And bring the feet down. Turn your palms up. Roll the shoulders under, flat the upper back, so shoulder blades on the ground, and then stretch one leg at a time. Then close your eyes. Inhale really deep. In the exhalation, release the feet towards the sides. Release the arms. You're releasing your legs from the hip socket, and you're releasing your arms from the shoulder socket. And here, focus in one thing, such as the temperature of the room where you are, or the parts of your body that are touching the ground. Quiet your mind, focusing on one thing, to rest in Shavasana. And then bring your arms overhead, stretch your arms or your feet away, stretching like in the morning, and then bend one leg at a time, roll to a side. If you have your eyes closed, you can open them slowly. And then when you're ready, push up with the top hand. Crossing the legs, and switch now. If you always cross the legs with the right leg out, bring the other leg out this time. It's always good to do those changes so we can make our body be even. Then we bring the hands heart center, bring the chest towards your hands. Inhale last time together. Exhale, make a sound. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope that you liked the class. If you did, give me your thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel so I can continue bringing these classes to you guys to practice at home. I hope that you have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.